Today I'm going to start my cooking, all my cooking I need to do for Granny's party, which is tomorrow. This morning Matt and I have been outside working. We actually did Granny's garden this morning. We got it all cleaned off, we got it amended, put some compost all over it, tilled all that in, and actually planted her some onions, radishes, and lettuce for her birthday. That was her birthday present from us. Her birthday's already over. It's happened last week. It was March the 6th. We did that this morning. If you missed that video, I'll link to it in the description below. So after we got done with that, had some dinner, now I'm going to go ahead and try to get some of the stuff done that I want to cook for her party. It's not going to be as much as what we would do thinking about Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that, but all of our family will be coming together at our house tomorrow to celebrate Granny's 85th birthday. So we're going to I asked Granny what she wanted, and she said what she thought would be really good would be a ham. So we bought a ham. Matt will cook it tomorrow. He's also going to cook a deer ham or a deer roast, and he's going to put that in before we go to bed tonight, just like at Christmas and Thanksgiving, and it will cook all night, and it'll be delicious too. So we'll have that for the meat. I'm going to make some potato salad, and I'm going to make my rolls. Then Granny's going to bring green beans. She's famous for her green beans. Even though it's her birthday, she's going to bring them. My niece April is going to make some corn, and I'm not sure what other people are bringing, but I'm sure it will be something, and it'll be really, really good. So normally I wait till the day of to do my rolls, but this year I think I'll just do them today while I've got time. Tomorrow is Sunday, so it'll be a very busy day anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and do them and get them out of the way. They're still good, even, 2 days later, so they'll be good tomorrow too. We might be able just to kind of warm them in the oven and get them hot again. We might do that. But we're going to go ahead and do that and get that out of the way. And then the potato salad is just better if you make it the day before, so it can marry, as Matt says, marry together. So I've been working on, I've got my water over there boiling to do my eggs for the potato salad. I still need to do my potatoes though. But I've got my oatmeal and my flour and everything I need for my rolls. Now I've shared this roll recipe in many videos before, so I will link to one of those if you want all the details. I will also link to the Blind Pig and the Acorn where the recipe is, where you can actually read it out. I've been making it for many, many years. My family would be upset if I didn't have my rolls. And it actually come from Southern Living, come from that magazine a long, long time ago, but it's Carol Barclay in Portland, Texas. It's her recipe, and my goodness, am I glad she put it in the Southern Living all those years ago, because my family has enjoyed it ever since I started making it. Ever since she put it in there, I guess, because it was probably a new copy of the Southern Living when I first tried them, and they were such a hit. I've been making them ever since. I don't remember if it was at Thanksgiving or at Christmas, but someone told me, I think it was my sister-in-law, Kim, I think it was her, anyway, said something really sweet, whoever it was that said it was really sweet, said that my little great nieces, they love the rolls. They're big enough to, run around and they can get them on roll. And that she said, Tipper, do you realize someday they'll be telling their family, about makes me cry, but about Tipper's rolls. They'll be telling their kids and their grandkids about your rolls. I thought that is so sweet. I hadn't thought of it like that. In the same way, I think of Granny Gazzy's, if I could just make fried sweet potatoes like she did, or make biscuits like she did, or if I could make my green beans taste like Granny's, all those things that are, when people are cooking for those they love, I guess some of that love goes into them, which is really nice. Now, I did have to make one change today with the rolls. I don't have any brown sugar. I'm out of brown sugar. So Katie had some succotant, if I'm saying that right, which is a sweetener. So I'm going to use it and hope for the best. I think it'll be okay. So I've got my oatmeal here in the, your first step is you cook your oatmeal. So I've got it cooked. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. Go ahead and put the salt and make sure I don't forget that. And my yeast. This is my yeast mixture. And I'm making a double recipe because there's so many of us. So I want to make sure all those little ones and the big ones get as much as they want to eat. Oh my goodness, doesn't yeast smell so wonderful? Doing all this good cooking, I'll be wishing I could eat it for supper, but I think we'll just have a hamburger for supper, something really easy. Clanging, but I want to make sure I get all that out. stir all that together, and then I'll start adding my flour. I think that's good. Better move my cookbook or I'll be getting it all messy, messier than it already is. And then I'm going to start adding some of the flour. This is a wonderful Danish whisk, it's called. A lovely, sweet subscriber brought it to me at one of my cookbook signings, and I just love it. It works so well to do doughs and batters. You can really hold on to it good, and the design of it really works well. I'm going to get my mat out. And when it gets to this point, I find it easier just to start kneading it inside the bowl, and then pour it out on the where you can knead it better. It's about so heavy I can't lift it. Let me out some more flour here and pour it out. Kneading dough is very, very therapeutic, I think. And you think it's not going to come together, especially when you got up too much like this. This is a double recipe, but then it always does. That's good. Now we just need to, I need to grease my bowl and put it in here and let it rise. And then we'll be ready to shape it into the rolls. I'm going to cover it and put it over by the stove where the eggs are cooking and where the potatoes will be cooking once I get them chopped up, and that way it'll be warm right there for it and help it rise. How'd it work?
I just seeing about the length of it. That's just the line, and I still got to do the tether.
I think it works.
But that's home built
Yeah.
by me, and it's lashed. Oh, you film?
So what is it?
It's just a
It's for
line.
your safety.
It's just a lineman belt from my safety harness to deer hunt with.
Okay.
I bought rope and just made my own instead of buying pre-made lineman belt and tether. I'm making my own out of climbing rope because I like them better.
Just so you can fit it, get exactly what you want, I guess.
I can get it like I
instead of
want it, but also it's it being climbing rope, it's better rope than if you just buy a pre-made tether. It's not really climbing rope. This is.
I thought it was cool.
So I made my own. See, it's a little lashing.
Yeah,
That's lashed with bank line, and lashed right here with bank line.
that's cool.
Just to make it bite itself so it don't pull through.
Cool.
Anyway, that's what I'm doing.
I know.
Well, you're about to have to come and put together the potato salad.
Is that right?
Hey, I have an idea. If you wear your lineman belt while you put together the potato salad, you'll be extra safe. You could hook yourself to the table in case you were to fall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's fantastic.
So I'm cutting up the very last potato that I'm going to do for my potato salad. My potatoes are little. I've got little ones, so it's taking me a while longer. I'll have to let Matt look. I think that's enough potatoes for everybody, but we'll see. Let him take a peek at them. So when it comes to our potato salad, it's a lot like everybody else's. I've got a post on the Blind Pig and the Acorn I can link to. Got my cookbook out though, so I could remember what I needed to put in it. I've got two cookbooks made like this, one for desserts and breads and one for like main dishes and side dishes. So this is that one. You can see I've still got stuff stuck in the front of it too. But the ones that I use a lot over the years, I've took the time to just glue in it where people had wrote it down for me or something. Maybe I'd printed it out. There's one I printed out. Some of them wrote down. And this one, I love it every time I get it out to make potato salad. Actually, it's a combination of making it. I'll tell you that in a minute. But anyway, is because it was on I wrote it down on an envelope. Actually, it's Matt's writing. He wrote it down on an envelope. I'm sure he called Miss Cindy and asked her, how do you make potato salad? Because we really liked hers. But I love it because at the top it's got one of my best friends. It's got her address when she lived in Durham, North Carolina. She must have sent me a card or something. Anyway, so that's what he wrote it on, and I just cut it out and put it on there. So this is the recipe. It's 4 to 5 taters. That would be much bigger ones than what I had. 5 boiled eggs. I made more boiled eggs because of, we're going to feed more people. A half a cup of celery. We don't ever put that in it. Onions to taste what you would like. Mayo, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of mustard, salt and pepper, and pickles. Now, I think all of those different things can be adjusted, and I let Matt put it together. That's what I was saying. He does it, and Corey, a lot of times when she was still at home, she would put it together for me. And they have the taste. They can taste it till it's right. And maybe they'll add a little bit more mustard, maybe they'll add a little bit more vinegar, or maybe they'll add more pickles. But it's actually the pickles that I think makes our potato salad the best to us. Maybe not to nobody else, but it's because it's got 14-day pickles in it. I have a video about how to make 14-day pickles. I'll link to that. I didn't get to make them last year, and I'm not sure I made them the year before either. I think I did though, but when I was downstairs hunting for a jar, I had to go all the way back. I found one hiding. It was from 22, so they're still good. They'll be fine, but they are really crunchy and sweet pickle. Let's see if I can bite on this one. You can hear the crunch is still there, but it is a sweet pickle. It has lots of sugar, cinnamon. It's a very sweet, really good with soup beans and things like that. But also, it's what makes our potato salad. And I think like our tuna salad, we like tuna salad. We put those in tuna salad. So they are really, really good, and I think that's what makes it. But you could use any kind of sweet pickle. Or you could use, a lot of people use relish. Some people leave that out. Some people, I've known people that don't like onions, so they leave the onions out of the potato salad. But potato salad is one of those great recipes that you can just mold to whatever your family likes. I'm going to see if I can get the potatoes cooked though. I've just got them in water. I'll add a little bit of salt, and I'll cook them for about 20 minutes. That's another thing with potato salad. I've before walked off and left my potatoes, and then they get too soft and they're just like mush. I've done it the other way. I've made potatoes for my potato salad, and they're just too hard when I eat them. They're just not done. You need that perfect doneness where they just kind of melt in your mouth. So I'll be hoping for that. Usually about 20 minutes is what I do. And then I'm going to get Matt to come in here and put it all together and taste it till he knows it's just right.
Over here.
And while those potatoes are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and shape out my rolls. You can see our dough, our wonderful dough, has risen while I've been cleaning up and doing other things. So I'm ready to shape the rolls, and that'll be great because the potatoes can be cooking while I'm doing that. And then I'll bake them, and I think my chores for today will be done. I called the master to do the potato salad. I'm afraid I got the potatoes too done, but maybe they'll be okay. I didn't know if you wanted to use, some of them's more done than others. I had 2 different kinds of potatoes, and one of them cooked faster is what it was. You want to use this big bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't know if that's maybe too much onions. If it is, we can save those for later. And I said celery was in the recipe, but we quit using celery because somebody didn't like it.
Yeah, somebody, I can't remember. I'm sure it was the girls.
So you could definitely leave celery out if you wanted to. Or you could add more celery.
I like the celery myself in it, but chopped really fine.
Yeah, well, we could do that if you want to put some.
And not a tremendous amount, but just some, but chopped really fine.
You want me to chop some really
You
fine?
don't have to. I'm just saying that's the way I like it the best. But I generally ain't a raw celery kind of guy, but I love it cooked.
Yeah, I like it cooked, but I don't like it raw.
Okay.
Alright.
And it's been so long since now, I've not made this in a long time because the girls started making it and I'm going to have to think.
Potatoes are looking awful mushy. You may end up with mashed potatoes.
Potato slurry.
Yeah.
That'd be alright.
May.
Those are two of them.
I don't know. I did that. Use whichever one you'd rather have.
Get that off of it because I'd rather use the speed.
Go ahead.
As you can.
I'm worried about the potatoes. This is going to be a mess.
I've done that before and got them real done like that. And
I
it's
didn't
fine.
cook them but like 15 minutes.
It'll be fine. Just relax. We'll just have to fold real easy. You know what I mean?
Some of them are firm and some of them it's the... I had gold ones and white ones. The white ones are the ones that's cooked up. Here, move
That's
that
somewhere
over.
else. I'm going to put
I'm
that.
going to put it back in there though for me.
You going to do what?
I'm going to put the... When we're finished with it, I'm going to put it in there for tomorrow.
I'll use all those. And I'm going to use all those. Yeah. And I always just eyeball this.
Mustard is the strange thing that people don't... You put mustard in this and in
This
the
is strange,
dressing
too.
and the apple cider, yeah.
And I'm swapping those out. Well,
Use whatever you want to.
I was going to use...
What?
I was going to use the horse ground salt and pepper.
Okay, help yourself.
I think it'll make it better. I think it's prettier when you can see the flakes of the stuff you're tasting. I love that salt.
Those potatoes are terrible.
That'll be alright. Just relax.
It's too late now. At least it's just family, right?
All you gotta do is tell them I made it and they'll go, oh, okay, I understand.
No, I tell them I made it.
Potatoes are fine. They ain't gonna hurt nothing. They really ain't bad. Look at the big chunks. I mean, if that's what you is after, right? It'll be fine. It'll just help it all marry better.
Well, that's true. It doesn't change the taste. It just...
Right.
And I'd rather them be soft than be hard. So,
And it'll be more friendly to those in attendance with teeth that aren't exactly real.
oh, I don't think there's but one person. Granny. Well, it's for her.
It'll be soft.
Yeah. Little kids that ain't got no teeth, but they probably won't eat it. They're too picky. Well, ours, Woodrow's too little to eat stuff like this, and Ira couldn't eat it because of the eggs and the mayonnaise and all that.
And test it.
Yeah.
It ain't far off right there.
Pretty good. Add some pickle juice.
That right there will help it a whole lot. And I'm gonna give it just a
Got
dab
to
on
make
that.
more of those this year.
Yes, you do.
We were about out. That was 2022 I found down there. Unless I just don't know where them... I know I didn't make them last year. Seems like I made them the year before, but maybe I didn't. Little Corey knew these were up here. She'd be wanting to come up here and get her a bite.
She likes it, don't she?
What do you think?
Pretty good. What's it need?
I don't think it needs nothing.
Okay.
Delish.
That'll work.
Like you're gonna put it in the other bowl and put some paprika on it. That's what you usually do.
Yeah.
Just leave that out. Make you a burger for supper.
That sounds good, because I'm absolutely starving and have been starving for days. I'm walking around eating raisins out of a box.
You must be desperate to change your diet.
I'm just
Trying to be healthy.
not so much trying to be, well, that's a good idea, I guess, but I'm just doing an experiment to see if the difference in how I feel. And so far, I feel better. Except for starving to death.
Alright, we got this done. I think my rolls are about done. Or about, let's see.
It's pretty.
Yeah, the rolls are ready to go in the oven. So we'll do that, bake them, and make you a burger, and then I guess what time will you do the deer ham? You won't do it till later.
Yeah,
I hope I've got bacon.
yeah, I think there's enough in there to do that.
So,
Yeah, there is. There's enough. And if not, we got a whole bunch of bacon grease. They
just
can do the
use
same
that.
thing.
Okay.
It just be in a different form.
Okay. Okay. Sounds
I'm
like a
excused.
plan. You're excused, and
To go back to my play
I'll
toys.
start on supper.
All right.
I'm so glad that I did the potato salad and the rolls yesterday. I'm so glad, because today I've about run out of time. You know, our time changed last night. I knew that, but then I forgot about it. When I went to bed, I set my alarm clock, not my phone, I set my alarm clock and thought I was going to get up an hour earlier and be able to get some stuff done. No, I got up and then I looked at my phone and I thought, oh my goodness, why is it so late? And then I remembered the time change. So, but we'll get there. I think everything will be okay. Matt went and picked up the cake for me. You can see it. It turned out beautiful. I'll give you a close-up in a minute and show you up close what it looks like. Here's the beautiful little happy birthday, happy 85th birthday. And Granny loves spring, and she loves those spring colors, and she loves flowers, so that's how Pam made the cake. Matt's working on the ham over there. And I think, thank goodness, we've got the potato salad and the rolls, so now it's just a matter of putting everything together. Getting the tables, we always bring an extra table upstairs, getting some extra chairs, straightening up the house, those kind of things before everybody starts getting here. Matt's deer roast is over on the stove. It turned out great. When we woke up this morning, you could smell the wonderful scent. I think Matt's tasted it. How is it?
Oh, it's mighty fine.
Mighty fine. And Paul's already texted me and said, is Matt making a deer ham? So he's like, yes. When I said, yeah, he is. He actually is going to make one. So making the ham is very, very simple. And we use a smoked ham, like a picnic ham, sometimes it's called. I have the recipe in mine and Jim's cookbook, Celebrating Southern Appalachian Food. It's the way Miss Cindy made her ham, and it was always so good. And she was, that was just something that she liked to do, was do a ham. And she said the secret is most people overcook them, is what she said. Now technically they're cooked, you just need to warm them through, you know. But when we would go to visit her in Black Mountain, she'd always make a ham and potato salad and a loaf of bread, and then we would just eat on that the whole time we were there. And then once she moved out here, she started kind of being the person every get-together we had. That's what she'd say, you want me to bring a ham? Anyway, so this is how the directions from the cookbook. I'll read all of it. I'll read the little intro too. Ham is often served as the centerpiece of celebratory meals in the mountains of Appalachia. Throughout much of the Appalachian South, and Easter without ham would be as alien as one without dyed eggs for the youngsters. The trick to having a wonderfully tender and moist ham is to avoid overcooking. This recipe is a straightforward, simple approach to baking a ham. So smoked ham with bone in, 2 cups of water. That's all you need. Remove the thick rubbery skin from the ham. Place in roasting pan, fat side up. Pour water around ham. Cover tightly and bake at 350 degrees for 10 minutes per pound or until heated thoroughly. Near the end of the baking process, the cover of the roasting pan can be removed to allow the ham to brown. Be sure to save the ham bone for your next pot of soup beans. we'll enjoy the ham today and look forward to the soup beans on another day. So here's a better look of the cake up close. Isn't it beautiful? Turned out really nice. We've got it on one of my plates, cake plates, so it's up high. That'd make it look even more impressive. And then there's this to go on the top. Take a look at Matt's deer ham. Oh man, I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. Look at that wonderful juice too. And then I've got all the rolls ready. So, and I'll be honest with you, I just ate one. So that'll be my early dinner for today is I ate a roll. I warmed it up in the toaster. It's really good. I'm not sure if I'll put them back on a pan and warm them in the oven or if I'll just put them out in bowls. So I decided at the last minute to go see if I could find any spring flowers to put for decorations for Granny's party. I don't have any daffodils. They're almost about to bloom, but none's blooming yet. So we're just gonna go see what we can find. Katie's helping me.
Hi.
Well, it's slim pickings. All we found so far is the Lenten roses. They're back up here. We'll get some of those. They're beautiful. And then I've noticed that there's some yellow bells blooming as I come in a little while ago up the driveway. So we're going to go down there first and get some of them and then come back for the Lenten roses. And that's probably all we can find today. Me and Granny planted these back when we first... I keep talking over top of this and there's an echo.
There is. I can hear it. It's funny.
I sound funny. It's because there's an echo. Anyway, back when me and Matt first moved in up here, this was just all red clay. And we went and got some of her yellow bells, just snipped them off and brought them over here and stuck them in the ground, and they grew. They've been cut down a few times over the years, especially the last year when we got Thomas to cut all this. But you can still see them. They're pretty hardy, even though they're just kind of straggly now here and there. But I'm going to cut some of them. And normally I like to cut everything and take it inside and arrange it. But I'm running so short on time today that I'm just going to try to kind of get exactly what I need. And just when I go in, it'll basically be done. So let's see if we can do this, Katie.
Okay.
Without rolling off the hill.
Yeah, be careful. We are on the goat bluff.
Yeah. Have the best shoes on to be doing this. It's a big pretty one. That's probably way too tall, but we can trim maybe.
Well, if we trim, we might get more than one out of
but
each.
My problem is while I'm here, I'm like, but shouldn't I just trim some?
Shouldn't I do a little bit of yard maintenance?
Yeah.
A little bit of landscaping?
While I'm here, shouldn't I just go ahead and quickly?
Oh, I'm telling you something. When I get those clippers in my hands, I think I'm a arborist, landscaper.
Whoops, brought that one out.
Now, tell me again where these yellow bells came from.
From Granny's, the one over there behind her house, that one that she has.
So when you say Granny, you mean Granny's mama?
No, I mean Granny. I mean your Granny.
But where did Granny get them?
Oh, I don't know.
We don't know.
See, she's told me that story, and I think it's even in a video before about her trying to get one to put one on a grave or something, and then we'll have to ask her today.
We'll ask her.
And then it took root, so then she realized they're so easy to root. All you do is stick them in the ground and they'll start growing.
Cool. I know the big bush in her backyard.
Yeah. And they are technically forsythia, but we call them yellow bells, which I think's a lovely name. That one's kind of broke on the top. I guess I'll get that one. I'll get that little bitty one for my little jar there.
Yeah, we got the two.
You can bring forsythia, yellow bells, and other things. You can bring them inside. Like if I had come down here and got some of them before they bloomed, like maybe in January or December, and then bringing them in and cut them, and then bring them in your house, put them in water, and they'll bloom inside your house. Now, Katie, do you remember when we would go to Berea and dance? Remember the last dance, I Bring You a Branch of May?
Yeah.
The, Ginsburg processional, and how we would carry them. So they had probably forced them, see, because they're further north than us. They would get them.
Never thought about that.
Get them and then force them to bloom, and then we carried them in branches of May.
Yeah.
It was not in May.
It was not. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Guess I never thought about that.
Now, another fun fact about that is Danny Wilson told me when he was a boy and they would go every year up there to the Mountain Folk Festival, we went for several years when Katie and Corey were younger. And I think it's been going on for at least 75 years, more than that probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, Danny said when they used to go, when he was a boy, and it was from the folk school, and that's how we went, from the folk school, they would, along the way, when they seen stuff blooming, especially here in Brasstown, if things were already blooming here that were not blooming in Kentucky, they would take those with them. They'd get out and cut them and take them with them, so they had them.
That's interesting.
Isn't that beautiful history?
That's sweet, ain't it? Lord, you gotta just lean.
I know.
You're just leaning off the bank.
I'll be careful unless I go off the goat bluff and end up in the emergency room for Granny's birthday.
Then there's no party.
House full of people and
Yeah, then there's no party. You know something? We had some friends over recently, and they said, you know something, on the videos, it just doesn't look quite so steep, but it is. It is steep.
Said, now we understand what you're talking about, and you don't have near as much room as what we thought.
It's true. There's not as much room here as what you think, but it's definitely steeper than what you think it is. It don't, like, in the camera, it doesn't look steep at all, but it is. It's very steep.
Well, see, this is looking pretty, even if I didn't even put anything else.
It is, yeah. It is. There's a little bit more down here, too. It's funny that yellow matches that thing for Dad's tractor.
Oh, yeah?
It's the exact same color of yellow, really.
Oh, I didn't bring my things down here, too. Maybe.
Here, you want me to hold it?
Yeah. Just another little one. I wonder how many more I need. That's maybe getting good.
Probably close to being good. I mean, because you're going to trim them down anyway.
It's kind of neat because it goes out like that.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That one. Maybe another little one.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Poke you in the face with it.
Okay. Maybe.
I saw that one too. I thought that'll be the one.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we think about this. And then imagine some. We may have too much forsythia, but we could start our yellow bells, but we could start another container if we needed to.
Yeah.
This is going to be plenty, don't you?
Yeah, probably so, I would imagine.
That one. Okay, now let's see if we can find some Lenten roses. Hellebores is the real name, I think, but we call them Lenten roses.
Why?
I don't know. It's the common name. When my aunt gave them to me, that's what she called them, was Lenten roses. And then the real term is hellebores. I'm probably saying that wrong, but something like that.
Yeah.
So this is a bed that I have not cleaned out this year yet, so it is a total mess. But the Lenten roses are blooming beautifully anyway, even in the mess. See how lovely they are.
Oh, they're pretty. They remind me kind of foxgloves. Not in their shape, but their petal.
Yeah.
How it's spotted.
They're really pretty. We won't need much, will we? That's pretty already. Those kind of hang down. Look at that one. So pretty. Yeah. I mean, I think that's good, don't you?
Yeah, I
For
mean,
that
you
one.
can't have too much, yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna fill in with this one. Need something big. Trying to think of what else I've got that's green.
I don't know.
Even that's pretty though, but we'll see. Let's cut some more, I guess. Let's go right out here. Leave that.
Yeah, there you go.
I have to get a lot more.
It's taking shape though. Oh, that one's pretty. That one's kind of a lighter color.
I kind of like the wildness, but I don't know, that might be a little too wild.
What do you think, Binks? Come take a look.
Binks is here.
Mm-hmm.
That one may be just a little don't want to cut the top though. I have to cut the bottom a bit, a little. That's better. That's Lily Banks. I don't know, that's kind of pretty. Maybe something right there though. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think the yellow bells are too exuberant.
I mean, you could trim them at the bottom just a little bit and make them measure kind of like with the height of these over here.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's see. That's better, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should I move this one since it don't have much blooms? Let's take it out and see. I don't know. What do you think? Or is it okay that it doesn't?
I think it's probably okay that it doesn't. I mean, you could cut the top. I mean, if you do, then you just have to have a blunt end. But
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay.
I think that looks good.
So this container, it just, when I worked at Tri-County, we had one of the areas I worked in had, well, both areas had a little kitchen-like area. And it just showed up in there. And sometimes I would go in there and straighten up because it would just get so messy. Lots of different people eating and, you know, microwaving their stuff and putting stuff in the refrigerator. And it just kept showing up and showing up. And I kept thinking, well, whoever left it will come back and get it. Well, after, you know, a few months, the next time I cleaned up, I thought, I'm taking that home. I don't know whose it is, but I'm taking it home.
I didn't want it.
So, yeah, they would have just thrown it away. But anyway, I like it. It's just metal. I don't know if somebody had brought it like for a maybe a party they had and just didn't want it. I don't know, but I give them ample time, and I even set it out where everybody could see it and remember, and nobody took it. So I was like, I'm taking it home with me. I put one thing of the flowers on this table. On this table, we'll just leave it. I like to leave it open because that beautiful work that Granny did, isn't that lovely? So I like for people to be able to see it. We've got our cake over here, and this is where we put the other flowers. Got a little bouquet there too, card bouquet, but look at these. I need to put the birthday thing in there though, Katie. You want to help me do that?
Oh, yeah. Where's it at?
It's right here.
Okay.
I don't know, do we put it in the middle?
Well, let's play. Let's pretend. Would it be like here, in the middle, in the back? Of course, it'd be Funktown if it was over to one side. So, I don't know. You could do like on this side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here.
I don't know, use your best judgment and I'll be fine with it.
I think it's kind of funny in the front. So not in the front.
Okay.
Probably not in the back. Either in the middle or off to the side, kind of. I don't know. I need somebody to tell me before I make such a big decision. What do you think?
I think I'm an off-center person, so.
So like maybe like right here?
Yep. Just go for it. There you go. Beautiful. Corey's helping me wash dishes, but she's being called. Woodrow sped up a little bit. So we're getting everything together. Matt's about to slice the ham, and he's going to get the potato salad out of the basement refrigerator. I've got the rolls ready. Corey's washed up the rest of the dishes, so now we're just waiting on everybody to show up. All right, if everybody's ready, we'll let Steve say the blessing, then everybody can dig in.
Okay. Lord, we thank you for this day you've given us. Thank you for all the blessings of life. I ask you to bless everybody here. Help us to remember you in everything we do. We pray for the sick and the lost, and we just thank you for the food that's been prepared. And just thank you for everything. Help us to remember everybody everywhere, Lord, that's less fortunate than we are. And we ask you, God, to go with our mom and You've been with her a long time, and we just thank you for that. Amen. Okay, you can go.
I'm gonna fix Granny's plate first. Gotta get some of her good green beans. She just wants a little of everything, she said. Piece of ham.
See, I ate an egg this morning for breakfast.
Get her a roll. Potato salad. I don't know what this is, but it looks good.
Potato casserole, maybe?
Maybe.
Macaroni.
It's macaroni. He's trying to help me, Corey. Put her a little bit of macaroni. Okay. Put her a little salad. Put her a tomato. I don't know what kind of dressing. I'll bring it back. I won't get her none of that macaroni since we already got her some. I think this is corn pudding. Is that what it's called? Corn pudding? I think so. Boy, it smells good. What a feast.
Everything you make, you learn something new.
I get a big plate of food.
Boy, that looks good.
Y'all want to sing?
Somebody start us up. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Granny. Happy birthday to you.
It's good singing.
It's cake time.
Oh, I've got them.
I don't care.
I would just pick, don't you think, pick where you think's the center and go slicing from the center?
Yeah.
Small piece in one rose. And Granny gets the first piece. You know that.
Give me my piece right here.
Right there.
She's 97.
Wow, it's dense.
Maybe go all the way through the hack. And then, you know what I'm saying? Do this part too, and then it might make it easier to cut.
Okay. I feel kind of weird
We'll
now.
turn it
Gotta
around
cut.
here.
Okay. Thank you. There we go.
Like you're cutting roses.
What? Oh yeah, I gotta cut the roses. Are kind of hard. It's kind of hard to.
Oh man, I
They don't look hard.
Very good piece for me.
Give me a piece.
Which rose do you want?
Yellow or blue?
Don't matter blue.
Blue.
Like about like that, Granny?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this piece to Granny. 'Cause she's the birthday girl.
It's gonna be so tall.
It's gonna be tricky.
I brought a knife there. I don't know if that would help. There you go. Ooh.
There's just a little bit. Hold on just a second before you get it. If I could just do a little bit of landscaping here in the cake, like that right there. And I can get you that piece if you give me your fork, because there's more strawberry stuff in there that I missed.
It's raspberry.
It's raspberry.
Raspberry.
Okay.
Give me my piece. Give me
Okay.
my piece. My stick kind.
But what I got, I'm gonna steal this napkin. Okay, here we go.
Tell somebody to bring you a wet paper towel.
What's wrong with their teeth? I guess we found them in the light.
Is it good, Granny?
We're told to make a at like
It's the end of a long day, and everybody's gone except Granny and Paul, and they're about to go. So, Granny, did you have a good birthday?
Oh, it was wonderful. Wonderful. The food was excellent. Seeing all the kids, the grandbabies. It's a blessed day.
That's a wrap. Granny's birthday party's completed. We got the house put back together and everything cleaned up, and it was a great day, wasn't it?
Yep, good food, lots of people, good time.
Good time.
I was down here. It was a great day. Great time. I really enjoyed it.
And Granny enjoyed it, and that's the most important thing and why we did it. We really hope you enjoyed seeing part of Granny's special day, special celebration for her 85th birthday. We are always glad when you stop by to help us celebrate Appalachia.
Bye.
Bye.
What are you doing under here? You got a measuring cup?